Hi friends. Today we will discuss a very important emotion of humans, that is fear, which has currently gripped our society very deep, and apparently the world has been changed ever since. Fear is a four-letter word, resulting in captivating the two-legged humans, and the four-legged animals all into it. Today we have set fear deep in our hearts about various aspects in life, for example COVID fear. Fear of losing our money, losing our family, friends, or near loved ones. Fear of rejection, in love, interviews, proposals. Fear of failure in exams. Assignments, or in society. Fear has majorly dominated the hearts of humans, and we need to break the shackles and get rid of it. Don't burden yourself of fear without attempting any participation, and stop assumptions of all kind and eliminate comparisons with anyone in talents or appearances of any kind. Please watch this video till the end so that you could be a change factor in someone's life, in your surrounding, or a close relative or a friend. Fear of disappointment isn't always a bad thing. After all, you're a functioning member of your society with emotional intelligence. You don't want to let people down. So do not worry, and immediately subscribe to our channel for our motivation and encouragement to provide and exchange motivation and encouragement to our society through these videos. Thank you. Why do we fear? Fear is a primal, strong, and common human emotion. It involves a widespread biological reaction as well as a strong individual emotional reaction, according to psychological study. Whether the threat is psychological or physical, fear serves as a warning when danger is present. Worry can come from both genuine and imagined hazards. Real threats can sometimes be the source of fear. While in some circumstances fear is a natural reaction, when it is excessive or out of proportion to the threat, it can also cause anguish and disturbance. Some mental health illnesses, such as panic disorder, social anxiety disorder, phobias, and post-traumatic stress disorder, can also show symptoms of fear, PTSD. Biochemical and emotional responses to a perceived threat make up the two main components of fear. We try and understand both the components one by one. 1. Reaction in biochemical or biochemistry. Fear is a healthy feeling and a form of survival. When we encounter a threat, our bodies react in particular ways. Fear causes us to physically react by perspiring, speeding up our hearts, and becoming more alert due to high adrenaline levels. Your body prepares for either fighting or flight with this physiological reaction, which is often referred to as the fight or flight response. This metabolic process is probably a result of evolution. Our survival depends on this natural reaction. 2. An emotional reaction. On the other hand, each person's reaction to fear is very unique. Feeling fear in certain conditions, such as when you watch scary movies, can be perceived as fun because it triggers some of the same chemical reactions in our brains as good emotions like happiness and enthusiasm do. Some people live for extreme sports and other thrill-seeking circumstances that make them anxious. Some people react negatively to the emotion of fear and avoid frightening situations at all costs. Although the bodily response is the same, depending on the individual, the experience of terror may be interpreted positively or negatively. What are the symptoms or signs of fear? Fear frequently causes both physical and emotional side effects. Fear can manifest in a variety of ways depending on the individual, but some frequent signs and symptoms of fear include chest ache, chills, dry mouth, nausea, rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, sweating, trembling, upset stomach. People may suffer psychological symptoms such as feeling overwhelmed, disturbed, out of control, or a sensation of imminent death in addition to the physical signs and symptoms of terror. Identifying fear. If your feelings of fear are extreme and persistent, speak with your doctor. In order to make sure that your worry and fear are not caused by an underlying medical problem, your doctor may undertake a physical examination and blood testing. Your doctor will also inquire about your symptoms, including their duration, severity, and circumstances that often bring them on. Your doctor may determine that you have an anxiety disorder such as phobia based on your symptoms. Phobias. The propensity to experience fear of fear can be one symptom of anxiety disorders. Those who suffer from anxiety disorders may become worried that they will feel terror, but most people typically only feel fear when it is associated with a scary or dangerous circumstance. They actively try to avoid their fear reactions because they see them as negative. An abnormal fear response is called a phobia. The thing or circumstance that is causing the dread is not actually dangerous. Even though you are aware that the worry is unwarranted, you are powerless to stop yourself. As the fear of terror reaction sets in, the fear has a tendency to get worse with time. Reasons for fear. There is no single, fundamental basis for fear since it is so multifaceted. Some phobias may be the outcome of trauma or traumatic experiences, while others may be the result of a dread of something completely different, like losing control. Other phobias, such as a fear of heights because they make you feel lightheaded and queasy, may arise as a result of physical symptoms. Common things that make people dread include particular things or circumstances, spiders, snakes, heights, flying, etc. Upcoming events. Conjured situations. Actual environmental risks. The ambiguity. Due to their role in survival, some anxieties are often natural and may have evolved. Others are acquired and linked to associations or terrifying events. Different types of fears. Fear is a characteristic of several distinct forms of anxiety disorders, such as agoraphobia, generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, PTSD, panic attacks, separation anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, and specific phobias are some examples of anxiety disorders. Combating fear. Familiarity, which results from repeated exposure to identical circumstances, can significantly lessen both the terror response. Some phobia treatments use this strategy as its foundation since it works to gradually reduce the fear reaction by making it feel familiar. Phobia treatments that are based on the psychology of fear frequently emphasize methods like flooding and methodical desensitization. Both methods diminish fear by influencing your body's physiological and psychological reactions. Continually desensitizing. To undergo a series of exposure situations gradually is known as systematic desensitization. For instance, if you're afraid of snakes, your therapist and you might spend the first session discussing snakes. Your therapist would guide you gradually over the course of several sessions while you practice touching a real snake, playing with toy snakes, and looking at photographs of snakes. This is typically done in conjunction with learning and using fresh coping mechanisms to control the terror reaction. Flooding. This kind of exposure strategy has the potential to be quite effective. Flooding on the grounds that you must unlearn your phobia because it is a taught behavior. In a safe, controlled atmosphere, you are exposed to a great deal of the dreaded object or circumstance when you flood, and this exposure lasts for a long time until the fear passes. For instance, even if you're frightened of flying, you'd still board a plane. The goal is to push you through your severe anxiety and possibly panic to a point where you must face your fear and ultimately come to terms with the fact that you are fine. This can aid in fusing a dreaded event, flying on a plane, with a positive response, "You're not in danger," in order to help you overcome your fear. Even if these treatments have a great chance of success, it's crucial that such confrontational methods only be used under the supervision of a qualified mental health expert. Managing fear. You can also take actions to assist you deal with fear in daily life. These methods concentrate on controlling the negative behavioral, emotional, and bodily impacts of fear. Among the things you can accomplish are: obtain social assistance. You can better control your feelings of dread by surrounding yourself with encouraging people. Engage in mindfulness. Even if you can't always control your emotions, mindfulness can help you control them and replace unhelpful thoughts with constructive ones. Practice stress reduction methods include progressive muscle relaxation, visualization, and deep breathing. Take good care of yourself. Eat healthily, exercise frequently, and get enough sleep each night. Fear is a healthy human emotion that can help you avoid danger and get ready to act, but it can also cause feelings of anxiety that endure for a longer period of time. Discovering techniques for managing your fear can make it easier for you to deal with these emotions and keep anxiety from taking hold. Call the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration of your local helpline or a professional mental health help if you or a loved one needs assistance with fears, phobias, or anxiety. To learn more about local resources for support and treatment. For watching and giving your valuable time. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to keep our motivation going. Cheers!